I'm Camden DeFranco, and you're watching The Transcript. Da-dun.
Yeah, so basically...
Never tell you that's in Senora's room.
Wow.
A library should be,
Seafood. Cuisine,
Yeah.
seafood.
We have Asian today.
Yeah, we had some good Asian food today. Beer too.
Takeaways. No, Kevin. Takeaways has its five. Kevin!
I have to like look back.
Sorry.
More.
No, you're gonna know on the phone.
Rolling. Action.
Do you think that Spotify Premium is worth it?
No! Hey, buddy. Oh, Lord.
Hi. This year has been a tough one. Oh.
Come on.
Yeah.
Mandem, give him a little swirly swirl. There we go.
Look at the stars.
This is so
Look how they shine for you.
I know.
This is a blooper?
Max.
Say it.
You're coming on to me right now and I don't know what to think.
A complete whiteout blizzard. It was the winter of '75, and a big nor'easter came by, buried everybody. We were stuck down the bottom of a hole for about 2 years, where we actually had to resort to cannibalism.
Welcome to The Transcript. This week, The Transcript recaps graduation.
Hamped Up explores the biking trip.
MERS Mobile Games discovers Happy Wheels.
And we look into a new grading system next year.
Welcome to Hamped Up. This week, we checked out the Born to be Wild bike trip, which spans from here in Northampton to New Hampshire. We spoke to students and staff to hear more about the trip and what they're most looking forward to.
The event is a 4-day, 3-night bikepacking tour into New Hampshire, Vermont, and then back to Northampton. It's been something I've been wanting to do with kids for a long time. It's a hobby of mine that I do during the summers and vacations. And last year, I had a couple kids who mentioned to me right away that they were into biking, and I thought, okay, this might be the year that we have some traction. And so I brought it up and started talking about it, and ultimately semester 2 planned it out, and last year was our first trip. We probably haven't been as loud about it as we need to, and this might help that. But I've definitely advertised it both last year and this year. And last year we had 7 kids who signed up and completed the trip, and then this year we have 6 kids as well.
This is my second year going on this trip now. I'm very excited. We leave tomorrow at 7:45. It's a lot of fun, and I definitely recommend it if you're into like biking or camping. We're going to be spending 3 nights camping and then 4 nights biking, or 4 days biking. It's definitely like a lot on the body, but like if you're like athletic and you like biking and like outdoor activities, I definitely recommend it. You definitely get like pretty close with all the people that you go on the trip with, and even though you go with teachers, it kind of like loses that whole like school environment, and you honestly just like, I don't know, can like connect with them on like a closer level. So it's a lot of fun.
Chunk, chunk, chunk. Pull up next week when we shift gears to talk about the dangers of drunk driving. Until then, stay safe.
I'm Mer. And I'm Miranda, and welcome to Mer's Mobile Games. We're still on the hunt to find NHS most loved mobile game.
The ones you can play on school Wi-Fi.
This week, we hit the halls to hear about Happy Wheels, a game where you try and jump over obstacles while being in a scooter or a wheelchair.
We talked to people to get their opinions on the game and how it's changed since 2011.
It's really impacted me and like my days and how I live and how I go about things in life. My favorite character is the man in the wheelchair. You're just going, you know? Like, just don't die. Get to the end.
So, senor, this is Happy Wheels. It's a guy on a scooter, and you jump around, and you try and get over obstacles. But if you don't get over the obstacle, then you die.
Ooh la la. Did you imagine in real life?
You could make it in real life.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, you could.
Right now, I'm installing Happy Wheels. It could be terrible. It could be amazing. I really have no idea.
And I put it in great. Patricia's awesome. You're the best.
Miss Reeves, do you play Happy Wheels?
No, I do not.
I don't know anything about computer games at all. I really do like this segment on the transcript. So I'm hoping it continues.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for watching.
Tune in next week to see our season finale.
That's all from Mer's Mobile Games.
With the new school year around the corner, administrators have been preparing and making changes. A new change for the 2023-2024 school year is the new grading system that will be implemented. This system being used is called a point system. It allows teachers to continue using standard-based grading where it is effective and use assignment-based grading in areas where it is more preferable. We talked to administrators and student representatives about this new change.
When we went to standards-based grading, we really didn't have the time to think about what our standards were and how we should be implementing them in terms of our teaching and in terms of our grading.
We haven't spent enough time as a faculty agreeing on what that means, and then a lot of people just started doing something and figuring it out on their own. A couple of things that'll be different for next year for students are that you'll be using Aspen instead of Otis to monitor your grades, and teachers will still be expected to tell you what standards or learning outcomes you're working on for each unit and what each assessment is assessing, but that might not be how it shows up in the grade book.
I think I've sort of sorted out how I would put standards into Aspen and make the grading work, and it seems totally workable to me.
Some teachers, I think, will continue to do it based on named as standards, but some teachers might do it based on the name of the assignment.
We are talking about different possibilities, course by course, teacher by teacher. We're trying to make it as uniform as we can, but it's going to be important to transition next year into something that's more standardized?
In terms of our grading, we are really happy with how standards-based grading is going in our department, so we're going to continue making tweaks to make it a little bit better, but it's going to be pretty much the same. We were putting the cart before the horse a little bit by thinking about grading before we were thinking about standards.
We've always graded taking standards, or what we always called skills, into consideration. Really, that's what we're trying to get our students to demonstrate, is that they meet certain expectations with respect to skills and standards. I think it's great that we're abandoning the status quo and striving to do something that is more effective, more efficient, clearer to everybody involved.
I'm hoping that we'll be able to spend the time thinking about our standards and moving in a direction where we're all doing standards-based grading and it makes sense for everyone.
Thank you so much for watching, and tune in next week.
This past Sunday, seniors officially ended their high school careers when they graduated at John M. Green Hall. Their ceremony consisted of speeches by students and teachers reflecting on their past 4 years at Northampton High School.
We made it, my friends. I'm so honored that you've chosen me to receive this high honor, and quite surprised that you're not sick of me yet. And if you just thought to yourself, no, we really are, I get it. I've been selected by you to, among other things, impart wisdom. My biggest piece of advice isn't to make your dreams come true or to make a ton of money or something to usually hear. Instead, I'd like to tell you to work hard, and please don't think that your entire life is mapped out. Oftentimes, the biggest challenges in your life gift you with the most fruitful outcomes. And in order to get what you want, you have to work really, really hard. No one is going to show up at your front door and offer you your dream job. So now is the time where I inevitably bring up Conan O'Brien. When Conan was first getting his start in comedy, his dream was to write on the David Letterman show. So eventually he applied to be the head writer. When he didn't get that job, he seriously thought that his career was over. But by not getting that job, that allowed him to write for The Simpsons, which then brought him to host the late night show on NBC. Had he done what he initially thought was the right thing for him, his life would have been completely different. It was through Conan's disappointment that he was given his dream job. I also have some practical advice. Fellas, don't stop showering. You will no longer have your mothers there to tell you to stop being disgusting. If you're sitting in your dorm room wondering if you should shower, you should do it. Be passionate. Passion, enthusiasm, and tenacity are some of the most important qualities a human can have. Those remind me of two very important people. In the wake of all of our uncertainty last year about our administration, we got some great news. Our old teacher, Mrs. Zamer, would be joining us in the fall. Since her first day as assistant principal, she would always be there, greeting us with a smile, asking about our weekends, and being there for us. She is one of the kindest, wittiest people that we know. In a word, Mrs. Zamer is enthusiastic. The second person is a little more personal for me and some of the other little basement gremlins. Since my first day in his photography class, Jeremy Whalen had been one of the most smartest, most influential people in my life, taking it upon himself to help students find their real passions. Jeremy, because of you, I found mine. Also, please don't forget about these people right here. The people to your left and right have seen you grow up, and the next time we're gonna see each other is in 5 or 10 years. We've watched each other change and grow. Like it or not, we're a family. I owe everything in my future to you, and I'm so proud to call you my classmates. Think about what we've been through as a class. Obstacles we could never see approaching us, threatening our lives and livelihood. But not only did we come out triumphant, we came out stronger than ever by using the tools we never thought we'd have in the first place. I'd like to finish the last decade that we've spent together by saying this. Your fate now lies in your hand. This town has done its very best to prepare you for the real world, and now it's time for you to go forth and make a difference. There will be challenges. You'll win some, and you'll lose some, but keep fighting. Because each one of you offers something uniquely good, and that something can change the world. I love you more than you ever know.
Congratulations to all our seniors and good luck on all your future endeavors.
Jam for Bread at 6:30 at Edwards Church tonight.
It features our very own Northampton's Chamber Choir and Songwriting class.
See you next week.